Hello, you're watching Daily News on Allnews Nigeria. I am Okwemi. Here are the headlines for today. TINUBU appoints new special advisors. Motion to stop Japa trend rejected. WASIU AYINDE begs TINUBU to pardon Sunday IGBOHO. Welcome back. Now the news. Let's begin with TINUBU's latest appointment of ministers. On Thursday, June 15, 2023, Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu appointed Dele Alake, a journalist, as a special advisor on special duties, communication and strategy, and Yao Darazo as special advisor on political and intergovernmental affairs. The president also appointed Wale Edun as a special advisor on monetary policies, Oluwaejen as special advisor on energy, and Zacchaeus Adedeji as special advisor on revenue. Mr. Nuhu Ribadu was also appointed as TINUBU Special Advisor on Security, and Mr. John Ugochukwu Uwajumoju as Special Advisor on Industry, Trade and Investment. Dr. Mrs. Salma Ibrahim Anaz was appointed as Special Advisor on Health. But this appointment did not sit down well with some Nigerians who speculated that Yorubas and Northerners dominated the list. Kicking against political patronage, they argue that there's almost no inclusivity in the present administration. Also, the appointment of Nuhu Ribadu caused quite a stir on social media and has become a topic of debate. According to speculations, Nuhu Ribadu served in the last administration, therefore should not have been appointed. Here's what you need to know about Nuhu Ribadu. 62-year-old Nuhu Ribadu hails from Yola, Adamawa State. He is the pioneer chairman of the country's anti-corruption body, EFCC, and is a retired police commissioner. He was the chairman of the Petroleum Revenue Tax Force. The then president, Olusegun Obasanjo, appointed him as EFCC chairman in 2003 and reappointed him in 2007. Obasanjo promoted Ribadu to the position of Assistant Inspector General of Police shortly before the end of his tenure in office. Ribadu's promotion in April 2007, 3 weeks before newly elected President Umaru Yar'Adua was sworn in, was later challenged and described as illegal, unconstitutional, null and void, and of no legal effect. Subsequently, in December 2007, Michael Okiro, then Inspector General of Police, temporarily removed Ribadu as EFCC chairman and ordered him to attend a one-year course at the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies in Kuru, Jos, Plateau State. On August 4, 2008, the Police Service Commission announced Ribadu's demotion from Assistant Inspector General of Police to Deputy Commissioner of Police. He joined active politics in 2010 when he declared his intention to run for President of Nigeria under the platform of the Action Congress of Nigeria. On Friday, January 14, 2011, Ribadu was adopted as the presidential candidate of the CAN, which was TINUBU's party. He lost the election. In August 2014, he defected to the ruling party PDP with the intention to run for governor of Adamawa State, northeast Nigeria, but also lost. In other news, Nigerian politicians evidently know how to channel their energy in the wrong direction as regards trying to curb Japa syndrome, the virus they spread with their greed and evils. Well, things are looking good for the youth now as those planning to japa from a bad system of government, as the newly inaugurated House of Representatives rejected a motion seeking to prevent immigration among Nigerians. Members of the House unanimously voted against the motion, which was moved by Philip Agbeche, an All Progressives Congress APC member representing Ado Kuku Ogbadigbo Federal Constituency, Benue State, on Thursday. Discussing the motion with the lawmakers, Agbeche said evidence suggested that Nigerians were moving abroad in a worrisome pattern and the country needed to check the trend. He cited a figure in a survey conducted by the African Polling Institute, which indicated that 69% of young Nigerians would prefer to leave the country for social security.
In line with the renewed hope team of the President Bola Tinubu administration, the triggers that predispose young Nigerians to find a choice to leave the country attractive, which make young people frustrated, demands a declaration of state of emergency in order to address this syndrome.
It's the liberty of a Nigerian if he is qualified and he is normal and he has all the grant rights of movement anywhere he wants.
Let there be national summit so that all these factors will be given priority.
Japa is an evolving word in Nigeria used to describe relocation of Nigerians to foreign countries. According to Agbeshe's argument, 40% of Nigeria's youth population are leaving the country. This development is said represented a bad future for the country if not restrained by legislation, but most of the representatives voted against it. Ganiyu Johnson, a member of the Ninth House of Representatives, has sponsored a bill in April proposing to amend the Medical and Dental Practitioners Act 2004 to prevent Nigerian trained medical personnel from leaving the country until 5 years post-induction. To achieve its objectives, the bill sought to empower medical licensing authorities not to grant a full-fledged license to medical practitioners until they have spent a mandatory 5-year period practicing locally. Finally, on the news, Fuji musician King WASIU AYINDE Marshal, aka K1 the Ultimate, has pleaded with President Bola Ahmed TINUBU to pardon embattled Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday IGBOHO so that he can return to the country. K1 the Ultimate, in his passionate appeal during a live performance, sang melodiously on the need for peace in the country, calling for IGBOHO's pardon.
Sunday ìgbòho àjí wàásù àjẹ́ kó darí wálé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá wa ní ọmọ ní òṣèlú bẹ̀rẹ̀ káàbí kẹ̀kẹ́ sí di ọmọ ẹ lónìí tẹ́ni àkọ́bí aṣíwájú ẹ̀pọ̀ wọn wọlé kẹ́ ẹ bá wọn wí bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti sẹ́tù sórí ọ́fíìsì àgbà ní Sunday ìgbòho ẹ̀jẹ̀ kó padà sí Nàìjíríà ẹ̀jẹ̀ kó darí wálé.
Recall in July 2001, IGBOHO was arrested by the Interpol at Kajihun Airport in Cotonou, Benin Republic. Prior to his arrest, the Department of State Services, DSS, declared him wanted for allegedly stockpiling weapons in his residence. The secession agitator was detained in a prison in the Benin Republic but was released in March 2022 to get medical attention on the condition that he would not leave the West African country. Since his release, IGBOHO has been confined in another man's land. And that's it on today's news. To keep up with All News Nigeria, kindly follow us on all social media platforms displayed on the screen. I am Opeyemi Olugbemi. Do have a lovely weekend.